Hey, do you or someone you know work on an exciting sustainable solution that needs scaling? Why not apply to the Zayed Sustainability Prize and increase your reach and impact? The Zayed Sustainability Prize was established in 2008 as the United Arab Emirates Pioneering Global Award for recognizing organizations and high schools for their sustainable, innovative, and humanitarian solutions.
How will you feel if you win the prize?
Oh, very happy.
Today, the prize counts 15 years of global impact, with 378 million people around the world benefiting from its winner solutions across the 5 categories of health, food, energy, water, and global high schools. Now, they're adding an exciting 6th category called climate action. This special new category aims to recognize and promote innovative solutions that address climate change and protect the planet for future generations. If you know a deserving small to medium-sized enterprise or nonprofit organization that's working to promote climate adaptation and resilience and nature-based solutions, nominate them today for the Climate Action category. We're pleased that the Zayed Sustainability Prize will be sponsoring this podcast series. To learn more about the prize, visit zayedsustainabilityprize.com and submit your application before the new extended deadline of May 23rd, 2023. When we talk about sustainability and what we can do to live more sustainably or make more eco-conscious decisions in our everyday lives, reducing the amount of plastic we use is a good start. Why? Plastic pollution can alter habitats and natural processes, reducing ecosystems' ability to adapt to climate change, which directly affects the livelihoods, food, production capabilities, and social well-being of millions of people around the world. So the short answer is, we need to reduce plastic use and waste immediately. But according to the founders of the Damn Plastic stores, it's about, quote, damn people and not damn plastic. The Damn Plastic co-founders Victoria and Steph believe that the plastic pollution affecting our environment can be addressed by how consumers shop. The idea was born in 2018 at a plastic-free party. From there, they came up with the idea of a plastic-free, sustainability-based business. In 2019, the first flagship store was opened in Salzburg, Austria. In 2020, after the outbreak of COVID-19, they adapted and set up an online store. And now the Damn Plastic team is on a mission to make their sustainable shops and products more accessible to consumers not just in Austria, but around the Benelux, the rest of Europe, and the world. In today's episode, I speak to co-founder of Damn Plastic, Victoria Neofer, to discuss her brand's growth since their launch and their approach to tackling the plastic pollution impacting our environment. I hope you enjoyed this episode as part of our featured series called Women in Sustainability. Hey, Victoria, thanks so much for joining the Sustainability Champions podcast. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm happy to be here or to give my voice.
Well, appreciate that. We are also recording video, so you're not only giving voice, but also video. And it's great to have you on the show and to talk about Damn Plastic. So the way I like to start these conversations is to get a high level overview and a big picture to understand basically what is the elevator pitch, if you will, for Damn Plastic.
Well, Damn Plastic is showing that sustainability can be easy and sexy, and it's not about changing your entire thing. It's about actually changing small, or not changing. I don't like to use the word change because you don't really have to do something to be more sustainable. For me, it's important that people have access to all the kind of alternatives that gives you the lifestyle that you have, but in a way that you're producing less trash. So Damn Plastic has opened stores and we made a franchise system out of that. So you can find in the store all products that are made out of trash or help you to reduce the trash or not produce trash at all. So the goal is to take the trash that is outside there, transform it into a new product, and on the other side, not produce more trash. So we try to reduce it in all the kind of things that you're doing on your daily basis. So that's like, let's say, the short part. And we have a lot of pillars. So I'm not sure when I'm talking that, but that would be my pitch.
Well, I appreciate that. It's about being what, sorry?
Passive green. We transform people into green couch potatoes because they don't have to, as I said, change. Whatever they buy in the store or online shop or at the events, whatever they buy, every product and service is supporting cleanups and is supporting social projects. So you basically can be as you are and still do something good.
I think that's a really important element to sustainability because for a lot of people, sustainability is, I find that you either do it or you don't for many people. And it's just a very difficult thing to get into because it requires, like you said, a lot of changes, to your lifestyle. You have to start buying new toothbrushes, and if they're bamboo, they're not comfortable, for instance, or you're not used to it, or and so it requires a lot of things that for some people they're just not willing to make those changes. And so when you're saying kind of this passive or green couch potato, which to me sounds a little bit like a moldy couch potato, but yeah, I think it's really important that, you have this element of making it as easy as possible for people to actually make the changes, so that just remove that friction.
Yeah, the main problem what I see today is that people start to separate on two parts. As you said, either you do it or you don't do it. And I think that's wrong. And the reason why it came so far, it's like, in my opinion, is because everyone was selling sustainability as something that needs to be green, brownish, minimalistic, something that you need to avoid. You're not allowed to drive a car. You're not allowed to take a plane. You're not allowed to buy something from plastic. And that's wrong. Like, first of all, damn plastic doesn't mean damn plastic. It means damn plastic, because I like plastic. When we keep it in a circle, it uses less resources than paper or glass or all the other kinds of manufacturing parts. And that's it. But what was sold till now is you need to use everything what is paper. It's brownish. It started like, it was like, either you are eco and you're not doing anything, you're going to your forest and you stay there, or you just are the extreme person that is going on vacation. And I think it's okay to go on vacation and to take a plane once a year, for example. It doesn't have to be like every day, and it doesn't have to be with a private jet. But the point is, when you're doing a lot of other things, you could perhaps balance a bit your eco balance. You doesn't have to not produce at all, because all the other people will do so. But if everyone from all those people would just would change one thing per day, for example, using a shampoo that is not liquid but a solid one, it's not something that change yourself. Actually, it's cooler and easier, and it smells better, and it has no chemical stuff. But if everyone would do that, we would have just in Austria more than 8 million plastic bottles less per week. Wow. Which is insane, and it's not a change. So that's why I'm not selling it as the other stores or the other sustainability companies that you need to be like that you need to, as I said, doing less instead of doing more. You basically can really do what you're doing now, just like perhaps with other products and with your decision where you're buying. If you want to have another backpack, that's fine, but why not buying a backpack that is supporting cleanups or social projects? You do not need to buy one that is, for example, from Asia, shipped with a lot of CO2, just because you want to buy it cheap. Because this is what I think is the main thing, is that people are talking about, for example, how much oil or CO2 we are using as human beings. But in fact, everything what you see in plastic, what we use, it's 4% of the amount of the oil. The rest is just the transportation and the heating, which means they are manufacturing for us in a cheap way. We are using this, then they are shipping it with the containers or with the airplane, which is using so much more CO2 that we ever could use privately. Just for example, going one time from China to Germany with the ship, it costs so much CO2, entire Austria is flying privately per year. And this is for me, oh my God, I don't get it. So what I wanted to say is they are manufacturing, they are shipping it to us, we're using it, producing a lot of trash, putting the trash back into the container and selling it again. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I just want to use products that are at least produced in one country. So when it comes to my stores, if I have one, for example, in Australia or in USA, I want the companies and the startups be within this country, because you want to support also what is happening over there. So yeah, this is the approach what I have in my head.
Yeah, that's very cool. And there's a couple of things you said there. First of all, the first thing I thought of as you were talking is it's not about doing sustainability perfectly. It's not one person doing sustainability perfectly. It's about millions and hopefully eventually billions of people doing it imperfectly. And like you said, just making little changes that don't drastically affect your lifestyle can have a huge impact, especially when you get lots and lots of people doing it. The other thing that I really like is your approach to local. and how you're really focused on, you mentioned that it's a franchise model. So that means that if you have a store in Germany, it's going to be selling local products to Germany. If you have a store in Australia, it's going to be selling local products to Australia. So each store will be selling different products. Is that correct?
Yeah, kind of, because I do not talk about just like, it's perhaps local, but I do not want, for example, in the European stores, product that are coming from Australia or USA or China, then they need to stay within Europe, which is fine. But every franchise franchise taker needs to put in the store 30% just local products. So 70% is something that I'm telling him to take, because these products are having them, let's say, the biggest impact. For example, I just give you examples perhaps to better understand that. I'm giving money to startups that make cleanups. For example, a cigarette butt cleanup. They're cleaning up the cigarette butts from the street. Then they are transforming this into new regranulate, and they are making new sunglasses. And I'm getting the sunglasses and I'm selling that in the store. And the same is happening with all the products that are, like, as I said, accessories, bags, clothing, shoes, whatever it is. It's all made out of trash, but it doesn't look trashy. Like, you would never think that it actually was trash. It looks totally new and cool, and has colors as well. It doesn't have to be brown or green. It is really colorful. It is red, yellow, neon, whatever. So this is like how we proceed in that way. So I would say it's global, because I want to have a store in every city in the entire world. So we have the access and we can make the impact, because it's not about like, of course we are selling, and it's fine that we are also making money, because this is okay when you are economically and you're doing something good. So the point is that every store is doing seriously every day something. We are collecting everyday trash and supporting everyday social project. And I'm sitting now with you and talking about it. And while I'm talking to you, it's happening. So this is the way I think that a lot of businesses, whatever it can be, any business can include impact services or impact product that they are using in their daily service or whatever they do. So when it comes to the franchise, I also was thinking about how to make it super easy there too, because many people do not have the money to start, or they do have, but they are too scared. They are not entrepreneurial enough, or they think they are not. But they could be, they're just like too scary to make the first step, which is about, I guess I read it, that it's 69% that are not self-employed, just like 4% in the word makes the step. So I wanted to change that too. So everyone that is willing to open a store, they just need under 10,000 euros to start, because they are getting all the products for free. They're just paying every 4 weeks what have been sold. So I'm taking the entire risk of filling the store that what I had. I needed to take a loan, I needed to buy everything. So I wanted to change that in that part. And as it comes to sustainability, it was important for me, like, if you're a normal company and you have products, you need to have sales forces. They are all over the world. They need to drive, they need to take the plane, they need to make calls, they're using electricity, etc. Why not change that? Why not having salesperson at all, but everyone that franchise a store is my salesperson too. So they do not earn just what they sell and make their impact, but they are using B2B products, for example. So they get exclusivity in their area, and you can offer our B2B products to all hotels, restaurants, and gain actually additional money there as well. And I have a bigger reach, which is a win-win for everyone. So sharing is caring in that point.
At the beginning, you mentioned that you have pillars. That
Yes.
damn plastic has pillars. What are the pillars and what do they mean?
So the first pillar is, of course, the shop that I told you, like the shop concept itself, that you can build a lot of stores out of that. So the franchise part. And as I said, we have more now than 3,000 from over 300 startups that are just like impact products. I do not call them zero waste products like everyone else do. There are impact products. They're not zero waste, because whatever you touch, it's kind of waste of something. So I don't like the word anyway. The second part is the B2B inquiries, or let's say our products. We are manufacturing with a partner eatable straws, eatable plates, eatable coffee cups, and eatable cutlery and stuff like that, but not of new food, it's like leftover food. For example, when you're manufacturing bread, there is like a outer part of the corn that is thrown away. We are using that to make our plates. So if there is a festival, first of all, you can just like burn them. And on the other part, when it lands on the ground, you can be 100% sure that some bird would just like eat it, or it will disappear with the first rain. So when people get drunk and they throw the cup on the ground, we say just like, fuck it, like you can just, yeah, it's fine. So that was the second one. The third one is also a consulting part. So we are helping companies to make easy, quick changes, but like really sustainable. It's not about just looking green, because a lot of companies just like call me and say, I want to have those plastic-free items that look green. And I need to say like, no, even if they would give me 1 million, I'm not doing that, because that's not the point to look green. It has to be green as it comes to the supply chain management. So where it is necessary, I'm still gonna use plastic if I can put it back into the circle. And only if I cannot do that, or it's not possible because of the manufacturing process or whatever, then we would perhaps skip to, for example, compostable plastic. But I'm not a fan of that, because it's using more resources. We don't have the machinery in the world that can actually compost it and stuff like that. So there are a lot of points. I could have an own podcast just about that topic, so I would skip that one. But I was born into a family business. I'm the 11th generation. So my family business is a manufacturing wood processing manufacturer that delivers worldwide. So I have a lot of knowledge as it comes to processes in general, sales or logistic part, or the same as it comes to manufacturing. So I see pretty quickly where I can change what and which company I need to involve in which process to make it actually really better. So it, as I said, like, it's not about avoiding the plastic or something. It's about to make the process really more sustainable than it was before.
That's amazing. And
yep.
You were going to say something else?
Yeah, I wanted to continue with number 4 and number 5.
Go ahead.
But okay, so number 4 is actually an app, but I don't want to talk about it now because it's such a cool idea, and I need 4 to 5 months more till it's gonna be
we'll skip
finished.
it.
I just got it's something like a Tamagotchi, and it's gonna be also something with crypto. And here also to everyone, crypto is not more unsustainable than an entire bank part in the entire world. But anyway, and then we also have a certification, which means we have many restaurants in Austria and Germany that have our logo on it, which means that the customer, when or like the guest is eating something, it doesn't mean that he's eating biological or vegan or whatever. They know that in this restaurant or in this hotel, there is really part that is put into impact product. So they are using impact product, and whatever you are touching, it has something to do to reduce the trash, whatever it is. So the biggest effect, I would say, is our impact drink. So if a restaurant is using our impact drink, whatever the customer, like, they can mix it with alcohol, or I mean, you can also drink a normal water with it, and what, but it is, when a customer is ordering it, it costs 50 cents more than a normal drink, because these 50 cents are gonna go 100% directly into the cleanups or the social project that the hotel is deciding, which means that the hotel has no cost, zero cost actually, and the customer knows that because of the symbol. And if they want to order it, they make an impact with, and I would say, like, it's past sustainable for the hotel as well as for the customer, but we still do it every day. And when you imagine how many drinks there are every day, and I could just like spread that to other restaurants, we could have like tons of plastic cleanup supported 100% just by drinking. So I like to get people drunk.
You already touched on this question earlier with the app, but I'm curious to know what's next for Damn Plastic. I mean, you are so busy and you have so many ideas, and you have clearly a lot of energy. So I'm sure you're planning a lot of other things.
I'm not sure which of the projects I should actually tell, because there are, seriously, as you said, a lot of them. But what will be the biggest step in the next 4 weeks is we developed a new product that is, I call it, oh my God, how this is in English? Magic pulver, Zauberpulver. Yeah, magical pulver. The brand will be Beads from Dumb Plastic and 2 other partners. Victoria's Kitchen, that's a girl that is the youngest famous cooking girl. I don't know how you say it when you have those, when you're
Chef.
a cook with those caps. Yeah, so chef cooking, and she's the youngest one, she's 21, and another one that had the receipt. So it's a pulver that you can use instead of eggs, milk, and wheat. So it's 100% gluten-free, lactose-free, egg-free. So of course, no animals are involved, etc. But it's super easy. You can make everything out of that. You can make bread, you can make pizza, you can make pasta, you can make pancakes, crepes, waffles, whatever it is. You just need to add different kind of water parts, and that's it. So we made a book now for that, and it's an entrepreneurial impact book. So whatever box when you buy, you also support 2 kilograms of plastic cleanups as well as 1 social project. So it's the impact, we call it like the impact box. And it will be available in our retail stores. We also have inquiries from America after we made the startup pitch. And I need to find someone in America that can reproduce it there too in the same way with the same receipt, because I don't want to ship it over there. So that's the only point. So this is one point. Then we have another product, which is a soap travel box. You have their shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body lotion, toothpaste, shaving soap, everything in one for 2 weeks of traveling, no liquid. So it's actually super sexy again, just a small box for everyone. It smells good, it's biological as well, and healthy and plastic free. And the same thing is for the B2B hotel industry. So we made small boxes for the hotel so they don't have the liquid part anymore. And a lot of other products as well. And another big step will be the first store in California.
Cool. Where in California?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell that. I would need to ask my franchise taker, but it's in near Newport Beach. There is like a super shopping street, and I saw it, like I was in January over there to see it. So this will be the first spot to open.
Amazing.
And
very exciting. Congratulations. I mean, you're doing so many things, and I love how you're creating this ecosystem for both the actual movement of plastic, you're keeping it circular, and also this ecosystem of entrepreneurs and customers and people who are really passionate about, cleaning up the environment and making sure that plastic stays within this circle and doesn't end up being doesn't turn into waste. And so for people who want to learn more about Damn Plastic, who want to support you, maybe purchase some products or even start their own franchise and get involved, where is the best place for people to go to get in touch with you or to learn more about it?
So first of all, on our homepage, there is a chapter where you just have different kind of inquiries. So you can have an inquiry for franchise or for new product, even if there are, for example, someone that is listening here and makes sustainable products for listings. There's also like like questions if you can be taken into the store or not, as well as like other cooperation parts or consulting or packaging alternatives or everything on the homepage. So you can choose whatever problem do you have. And if you don't have any kind of problem, you can also go to our chat button and someone will reply.
Sounds very good. And just so that we have it for anyone who's listening, wants to type it in, what exactly is the website?
So it's www.damplastic.com.
Perfect. And that's Damn Plastic. Damn is spelled D-A-M-N, just as you would expect. Well, Victoria, again, thank you so much for your time and for sharing all of the amazing work that you and the team are doing at Damn Plastic. I love your energy and your approach to making sustainability easy, fun, to use your word, sexy, and overall just exciting, and clearly with lots of alcohol. So thank you so much.
I didn't want to give like a picture like that, but I just wanted to show those extreme part when it is possible. And I think the most important sentence still for me is it's not about Damn Plastic, it's about damn people. Over and out. Thank you for listening.
If If you too are working on an exciting sustainable solution or innovation and are looking for funding, why not apply to the Zayed Sustainability Prize? This could help you get to the next level. The Zayed Sustainability Prize is the sponsor of this podcast series. Since 2008, they've recognized and funded the amazing and innovative work of nonprofit organizations, small and medium-sized enterprises, and high schools for their impactful, innovative, and inspiring sustainable solutions. You could be next. If you or someone you know is a champion in sustainability who's working on a solution in health, food, energy, water, or climate action, you can apply today. Small and medium enterprises and nonprofit organizations with sustainable solutions in health, food, energy, water, and climate action can win $600,000, while high schools can apply to the Global High Schools category and win up to $100,000. Apply before May 23rd, 2023. How to apply? Simply click the link in our show notes to begin your submission for the Zayed Sustainability Prize. If you want to connect with a member of the Zayed Sustainability Prize team, simply email them at info@zayedsustainabilityprize.com.